first cup of coffee. I don't know what that is. I just picked a random capsule and hey everyone, welcome to another video that nobody asked for, where I talk about random things. That's why I call it the video that nobody asked for, because technically I have no idea what I'm doing in YouTube, but it is what it is. And for today's episode, I will be showing you around my desk setup, how I use it, how I set it up. It's not that much compared to what you've been seeing in other YouTube videos. I'm just starting out in setting up this workstation. So I have several use cases for this workstation, primarily work, which is the tech I use for work is quite restrictive, and also for personal things like browsing the internet, watching YouTube video, watching some Netflix shows and whatnot, and of course a little bit of gaming here and there. So let's get on the tour. So to start with, we have this computer chair or office chair from IKEA. It's just a cheap but quite effective desk chair. It's called IKEA Flintan. So I picked this up because it has a mesh backing, so it will keep my back cool since I really sweat a lot if it's quite warm. So luckily for the past 6 months that I've been using that, it's still quite cold. Where am I? I'm in Germany, by the way, so I still haven't really proven that this mesh part will really keep me cool during the summer. So it's cheap, it's just less than 100 euros, and so I picked it up, and so far it's working for me, and I don't have plans and I don't have budget to replace it with any type of desk chair anytime soon. The desk is from IKEA. This is the IKEA Rodolph sitting and standing desk. It's not the smart kind of standing desk. It is motorized though, but it only has up and down button. You have to press and hold either of the button to bring the height of the desk up or to lower it down, and you have to release it when the height is already suitable for you. So now what's on my desk? It's basically, let's go through them one by one. So let's start with the smallest item first. So of course, the charger for my Apple Watch, my HomePod Mini. A latest addition to my desk is the M1 Mac Mini. It's the base model, and I don't know how I will be using it. I plan to use it for personal stuff, but it was just a random thing that I bought off Amazon because it was on sale. And I have this small crystal. It's supposed to calm me down whenever I'm stressed, so I keep it with me. And I have these I have this Nintendo Switch. I think this is the second edition. I use it maybe once or twice a month. I play Final Fantasy Maxima on that, of course accompanied with my Nintendo controller. And a cute part of my desk is this Chinese thingy that doubles as a phone holder. So there, I use it for my phone, or I use it for my this, or anything basically that it can hold. So it's nice. It's been through a lot, so as you can see, there's a lot of adhesives on it. And now from personal going to work. So this is an HP EliteBook from my work laptop. It's on a Camino stand. This is really a nice stand which I've been using for almost 5 years now. And of course, some paper binder and for my notes. And of course, the most essential thing is, since it's winter and it's now spring, we have to moisturize our hand. Of course, some highlighter whenever I'm taking down notes, because I really love, if you can see, I love paper notes. So I love writing down. So I also use a highlighter to highlight my notes. And on this side is a holder for my various headsets. So I also got it from Amazon. I have various headsets. One is the Jabra for work. I'm not gonna go through that. And my AirPods Max and my Bang & Olufsen H9i. So as you can see, just a brief preview, the underside of the desk is still a little bit too messy for me. I haven't had time to figure out how to fix it, and maybe someday soon. And of course, the keyboard, I'm using the Logitech Master Keys. Is it Master Keys? I forgot. MX Keys, sorry. The Logitech MX Keys. It's really nice. For me, this is the best keyboard I've used for several, yeah. For me, this is the best keyboard I've used. It's quite sturdy. I love the weight of it. So it's not that I carry it around, but it's very substantial. So whenever I really type a lot, I create a lot of documents, I do coding. So whenever I'm typing fast, it doesn't really feel flimsy for me. And of course, I paired it up with Master Keys, MX Master Key from Logitech as well. It's super nice so far. I love the extra buttons that it has. Also the ergonomics. I'm not gonna go through both of these keyboard and mouse. You've heard a lot about this in other videos. And what else? Of course, my AirPods Pro. So as you can see, I have a lot. I have AirPods Max. I have Bang & Olufsen H9i. I have AirPods Pro. I have the Mac Mini. The HomePod for as a speaker as well. And yeah, I love listening to music. So if you know this. And of course, the highlight of my desk is the LG Ultrawide 49-inch monitor. I've had my eye on it for quite a while. I think I've had it for 2 months now, and it's amazing. So let me take you through the back of it. I just sort of tied all of the cables. I really haven't had the time to figure out what to do with them, but yeah, I really don't like cables that much. I don't like seeing them. That's the reason why I got this LG 49-inch ultrawide, because previously I'm using two 24-inch monitor. So of course, having two external monitors means I have two HDMI cables. I have two power adapters for the cable, and I have a power adapter for my laptop as well. So it gets a little messy. So having this ultra-wide monitor makes the setup cleaner for me. So basically, the monitor is hooked right now. It's hooked up to my Mac Mini. So it via USB-C, because right now I can only get the highest resolution using USB-C. I still don't know how to do it in DisplayPort or HDMI. I think I got a not so good quality HDMI cable, but USB-C will work fine for now. So some details about my work setup. So as you can see, there's a lot of cables connected to it. So we have, of course, the usual power cable there, and this is a USB-C hub that's connected to an HDMI cable, and this is the HDMI cable, another HDMI cable, and the USB connection for my work headset. So as you can see, this is the the settings of my monitor. So my work laptop, it's Windows, by the way, obviously. My Windows laptop thinks that it is connected to two different monitors. So my only problem here is that my main monitor, which is on the left, has a display resolution of 256 by 144. This is connected via USB-C to HDMI, and the other one is my is this second display has a display resolution of 3840 by 2160, which is directly connected to my HDMI port. So it doesn't have the best combination. They have two different resolution, but it works for me. So the reason why I have this kind of setup is because I use Citrix for work. So to those of you who has used Citrix for work, so I'll just zoom out a bit. So now my monitor is divided into two. So this is my local monitor, okay, and then this is my virtual monitor, which is inside Citrix. I don't want to use the start button because I might display some confidential information there. And of course, yeah, this is the Citrix command. Oops. Yeah. And this is the Citrix preferences. So the reason why I have this kind of setup is because to those who's using Citrix, you know the feeling that if you are only using one monitor, if you are consistent with pressing Alt Tab, the thing with Alt Tab is if your Citrix is not on full screen. So now I switched my Citrix application, my VDI, not into full screen. It's still in the secondary monitor side, and this is my primary monitor side. So the the reason why my setup is like this, there's two cables running from my laptop, is because the problem with Citrix, if you press Alt Tab, what happens is it will show you the open windows on your local machine. Okay, unlike if you full screen your Citrix, if your mouse is focused on your Citrix window, which is in full screen mode in a separate monitor, whatever you do on this side of the screen, it's just black for now because I really cannot show anything on inside my Citrix. Whatever you do on the side of this Citrix where your mouse is active, you do Alt Tab, you do copy paste, everything happens inside your virtual machine. It doesn't care about what's going on in your local machine. So this works for me because normally I have a lot of applications running inside my virtual machines. I do my coding here, I do my testing here, everything basically. So I usually have a lot of windows open in my virtual machine. So Alt Tab is really mandatory for me to work. So that was actually one of my considerations before I picked up this ultra-wide monitor is, will Alt Tab work exclusively inside my virtual machine? Because for having two separate monitors, it works for me. So my secondary monitor will always have the Citrix on full screen. It has its own world per se, where I can do Alt Tab, copy paste, and so on. So it's like it's a separate machine altogether. But having one display, I was afraid that I might lose that not really flexibility but convenience of having of exclusively using my keyboard whenever I need to Alt Tab, copy paste, basically everything. So to those who's been using Citrix, you will get what I mean. You will get the pain of not having dedicated external monitor just for your Citrix application. So it works. This setup works for me. That there's two cables, two display connections going to my from my work laptop going to my ultrawide monitor. The only problem I have with this is I recently switched, or I recently got this Mac Mini. Before, my work setup is actually HDMI plus the direct USB-C connection from my work monitor to my LG Ultrawide. Now, that simplifies my cable because the USB-C for my work laptop also charges my work laptop. So I don't actually have to bring out the charger for my work laptop anymore. But since I cannot get my Mac Mini to work on a full resolution, I have to make some sacrifices by switching the Mac Mini to the USB-C and having some extra cables running from my work laptop going through the monitor. So this is how it's currently set up. So I'll just show you the settings of the LG. So this is my first combination. So HDMI 2 and HDMI 1. So basically this is my work setup. And then if I want to switch to my personal, if it's time to switch to personal work, I just use USB-C, which now contains, this keyboard is so useful for me so that I can quickly switch to, and also the mouse can switch to the display of my. So yeah, so a couple of buttons here and there, then we are all set to from personal going to work, or work to personal. So that's my current setup. So I hope this video is useful for you, especially those who's considering getting a really ultra wide monitor and using Citrix for work. That was really a pain for me to manage. I did a lot of research, but no one is telling me in YouTube or anywhere else how my setup would work. But I took the risk and bought the LG Ultrawide monitor, and finally I figured out that by having two display cables running from my work laptop going to the LG Ultrawide, then my concerns on Citrix side will be fixed. So again, this is my desktop tour. It's not a lot. I forgot one thing. The felt something desk mat, or whatever you call that. This is also from IKEA. It's a cheap one, but I'm planning to upgrade. So this is the current setup for now. I will say for now because there is still a lot of items on my basket in Amazon that I haven't checked out. I'm trying to do it slowly because we cannot spend so much in one go. So yep, I'll probably, when new items arrive, when the setup is fully finished, I will make another YouTube video and share with you that the updated desk setup. So before we end the video, so I'll just share two small details on my desk, which is, first is this quote: "Be kind to yourself even on bad days." It's actually a card from a beauty product that I purchased, so that's why there's a label there, Beauty Manila. So I think it gives me some motivation whenever I'm stressed or whenever things are going wrong at work. So I just remind myself that I have to be kind to myself even on bad days. And of course, this one, I printed it off the net. It's from a book on essentialism. It's a quote there from David Allen that says, "You can do anything but not everything." So also a reminder to everyone, maybe you can learn something from this. I'm trying to learn something from this code because I'm a person who finds it difficult to say no to things being asked from me. So whenever I needed to take a breath, I look at this and remind myself that I can do anything, but not everything. So till next time, and hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know if you have some recommendations on how to organize a desk or what you want to see in a desk. Let me know, and yep, if I have the means to buy it, I will buy it. If it suits my taste, I will surely buy it. So just drop a comment in the video and let me know what you think and what else can be improved on this desk. Till then, see you soon. Bye.